آنا تیری نواسی کے سر پردہ نہیں، اور اہل شام دیکھتے ہیں کچھ حیا نہیں، عابد غریب مرتا ہے تپ سے دوا نہیں، بے ہوش ننھے بچے ہیں آب و غذا نہیں، دل سب کے کانپتے ہیں بدن تھر تھراتے ہیں، اب سامنے یزید کے سادات جاتے ہیں، ایک رسن میں بارہ گلے و مصیبتا، روتے ہیں گودیوں کے پلے و مصیبتا، بس میں ستم گاروں کے چلے و مصیبتا، خاک عزا ہے منہ پر ملے و مصیبتا، مشکل قدم اٹھانا تھا اس ازدحام میں، یوں عطرت نبی گئی بلوائے عام میں، زینب تڑپ کے اونٹ پر کرتی تھی یہ بیان، دربار میں طلب ہوئے سادات ناہگاں، اونٹوں سے اتری بیبیاں کہہ کہہ کے علماں، پیش یزید لے گیا ظالم کشاں کشاں، سامان جشن عام تھا دربار عام تھا، اور ننگے سر حسین کا کنبہ تمام تھا، ناگہاں بر کے شمرے لئی نے کیا سلام، بولا کہ امیر یہ شادی کا ہے مقام، امیدوار خلتو جاگر ہوا غلام، حاضر ہے سر شہیدوں کے اور عطرت انام، بڑھ کر پکارا مرہ کے اپنا جگر ہے یہ، لے ہم شبیہ خاص پیمبر کا سر ہے یہ، واللہ اس کے رنجو علم میں بسد بکا، فرزند بوتراب 72 جگہ گرا، یہ ذکر تھا کہ حشر کا سما ہو گیا، گھبرا گیا یزید کے یہ کیا غضب ہوا، دیکھا تو ہرملا بھی بہت شاد آتا ہے، سر ایک چھوٹے بچے کا ہاتھوں پلاتا ہے خون حلق حلق کے اوپر جمع ہوا، ننھا سموہ ہے پیاسے کے مارے ننا سا منہ ہے پیاس کے مارے کھلا ہوا، بچوں میں دودھ دونوں طرف ہے بھرا ہوا، سوراخ تیر ظلم گلے میں پڑا ہوا، اس خون پر یزید نے جس دم نگاہ کی اس سے بھی ضبط ہو نہ سکا روح کے آہ کی، بولا بتاؤ اس نے بھلا کی تھی کیا خطا، تو نے اسے نشانہ کیا تیر ظلم کا، بچے پہ بھی نہ کھایا ترس تو نے بے حیا، یہ ننھا سا گلا وہ تیر نو کے جفا، بتلا تو کس فلک کا یہ میرے منیر ہے، بانو پکاری بڑھ کے میرا صغیر ہے، حیران کھڑے تھے سب حرم شاہ مشرقین، مہر سکوت لپنا شکوہ نہ شور و شین، زینب نے دیکھا تخت پر ناگا سر حسین، بے ساختہ تڑپ کے یہ کہنے لگی وہ بین، ہے نہ موت آئی مجھے راہ شام میں، بھیا میرا سلام لو دربار عام، بھیا میرا سلام لو دربار عام میں، صلوات۔
السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ، اعوذ باللہ من الشیطان الرجیم، بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم، الحمد للہ رب العالمین، وصلی اللہ علی سیدنا و نبینا العبد المؤید والرسول المسدد المصطفى الامجد المحمود الاحمد ابی القاسم محمد على أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المكرمين، قال الله الحكيم في محكم كتابه ومتن خطابه، يا أيها الذين آمنوا كونوا أنصار الله، كونوا أنصار الله كما قال عيسى ابن مريم للحواريين من أنصاري إلى الله قال الحواريون نحن أنصار الله. As you may notice, I was talking about Imam Zain al-Abidin salawatullah alayhi in previous nights, that he was truly representing the manner of his father Imam al-Hussein salawatullah alayhi. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. He was extension of his father, but he was showing the manner of his father by the way which was right for his time. As you see that Imams are also extension of prophets. In ziyarat of al-warith, we say, Ashhadu an assalamu alayka ya waritha Adama, assalamu alayka ya waritha Ibrahim, assalamu alayka ya waritha Nuh, assalamu alayka ya waritha Isa, assalamu alayka ya waritha Muhammad. So it means that Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, in fact, he was trying to achieve the goals of prophets. For example, tonight I would like just to give you some similarities between Imam al-Hussein and Isa alayhi salam. You see that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to people that be Ansarullah. You know, this is not only for the Christians. Allah is saying that Kun ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. O people who have the faith, be the supporter for the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Kunu ansar Allah. You see that there is another verse in the Quran which says, In tansurullah yansurkum wa yusabbit aqdamakum. If you support the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will support you and will actually make your steps firm. Here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to people, to Muslims also, not only actually, Christian or Jews. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kunu ansar Allah kama qala Isa ibn Maryam lil hawariyin man ansari ila Allah qala al hawariyuna nahnu ansar Allah. And you see Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam frequently is saying hal min nasirin yansuruni, that he is asking for nusrat like Isa alayhi salam had people to support him to do nusrat for his cause. And you see that in the Quran also, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that about Isa alayhi salam, that Isa alayhi salam was Mubarak. Isa alayhi salam was Mubarak, وَجَعَلَنِي مُبَارَكًا. He was Mubarak, he was blessing. Like Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam is the source of inspiration for every age, for every place. That's why you say, كُلُّ يَوْمٍ عَاشُورَا وَكُلُّ أَرْضٍ كَرْبَلَاء. Isa alayhi salam says, وأوصاني بالصلاة والزكاة ما دمت حيا. That he did wasiyah to me, he instructed to me that I have to offer salat and offer zakat as long as I am alive. And you see for Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, we say in ziyarat, أشهد أنك قد أقمت الصلاة وآتيت الزكاة وأمرت بالمعروف ونهيت عن المنكر. What is the meaning of أشهد أنك قد أقمت الصلاة? It's not just to offer salat. Everyone is offering salat. It means that without his rising against Yazid, the salat was going away. Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, by offering sacrifice, he was able to secure the continued existence of salat. That's why we say, Ashhadu annaka qad aqamta as-salat. What is the meaning of iqama? Iqama is not only just to offer salat, it means to establish. You establish the salat. Like his grandfather Ibrahim alayhi salam. What Ibrahim alayhi salam says, he said, رَبَّنَا إِنِّي أَسْكَنْتُ مِنْ ذُرِّيَّتِي بِوَادٍ غَيْرِ ذِي زَرْعٍ عِنْدَ بَيْتِكَ الْمُحَرَّمِ رَبَّنَا لِيُقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةِ. I offered sacrifice by living my family in the valley of Mecca. There is no cultivation in this area, only for making sure that the salat would be established. That's why he was also doing dua that, رَبِّ اجْعَلْنِي مُقِيمَ الصَّلَاةِ. Dua of Ibrahim is different from our dua. Our dua is, Ya Allah, I need job, I need house, I need, to get married. But Ibrahim alayhi salam is doing dua, رَبِّ اجْعَلْنِي مُقِيمَ الصَّلَاةِ. This is his dua. Dua is that, Ya Allah, make me to offer the salat, always, not only offering salat, establishing the salat. وَمِنْ ذُرِّيَّتِي, not only me, also my progeny. That's why you see Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, he is the progeny of Ibrahim alayhi salam, offering salat in the middle of the battle in Karbala. You see that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the mother of Jesus, وَأُمُّهُ صَدِّيقَةٌ. And you see that the mother of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam is also Siddiqa Fatima. What is the meaning of Siddiqa? Siddiqa is the one, there would be always, compatibility between what is saying and what is doing. Some people, they say something, but they do differently. But Siddiq is the one whose action will confirm his claim. This is the meaning of Siddiq. So this is the purpose of life, that we have to make ourselves Siddiq in this world. Not just saying La ilaha illallah. We have to practice La ilaha illallah. When we are capable to practice La ilaha illallah, then we are Siddiq. And so that's why Imam al-Hussein salawatullah alayhi is Siddiq, like his mother Fatima al-Zahra, Siddiqa Fatima. Jahadu bi-amwalihim wa anfusihim. How you can be Siddiq? Quran says, when you are ready to sacrifice by your wealth and by your life. Jahadu bi-amwalihim wa anfusihim ulaika humus sadiqun. These people, they are, they're actually the truthful people. أحسب الناس, the Quran says, أحسب الناس أن يتركوا أن يقولوا آمنا وهم لا يفتنون ولقد فتنا الذين من قبلهم فليعلمن الله الذين صدقوا وليعلمن الكاذبين. So here is, that your truth would be revealed by trial, by fitna. And that's why bala is very important in the life, because the bala has two functions. The first function is to reveal what is hidden. Reveal your personality, reveal your inside, what you have inside, the bala will show you what is your true person. You see that in Arabic, they say, if you want to know someone, if he is good or bad, go with him in a long trip. You see that, how he is. That's why in Arabic, this trip is called Safar. Is that right? What is Safar? Because Safar in Arabic means to reveal. When you go, you are revealed. Why? Because you are vulnerable to the harms when you traveling, because you are a stranger outside of your town. So your vulnerability would be revealed. That's why it is called Safar. but also it has another connotation, which means that, if you want to know someone, go in a Safar with him. You find him out that if he is actually a truthful person or not. And so this is the important thing, brothers and sisters, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran says that وَنَبْلُوكُمْ بِالشَّرِّ وَالْخَيْرِ فِتْنَةً وَإِلَيْنَا تُرْجَعُونَ. So bala, the first function of bala is that, will reveal what you have actually hiding. And that's why the day of judgment, because nowadays, I maybe look good to you. I'm maybe good mu'min to you. And, sometimes we are respecting people because we think that they are good people. Some people, they are good. That's why we are respecting them. But what the Quran says the true personalities of people will be revealed in the day of judgment. That's why one of the names of Qiyamah is, our Quran explains that the day of Qiyamah is يَوْمَ تُبْلَى السَّرَائِرِ. Tubla is coming from the word of bala. يَوْمَ تُبْلَى السَّرَائِرِ. Your mysteries would be revealed in the day of judgment. يَوْمَ تُبْلَى السَّرَائِرِ هُنَالِكَ تَبْلُو كُلُّ نَفْسٍ مَا أَسْلَفَتْ. Quran says, on that day, هُنَالِكَ تَبْلُو means you will be revealed what you have done in this world. So this is one function for the bala. But the second function is that the bala will make the soul. For the soul making, you need bala. Some people, as I said last night, they try to run away from bala. But the bala, if you try to run away from it, will come back in the bigger ways to you. This is the reality. Okay, so don't try to run away from the bala, because the bala has actually, the potential to make your soul. That depends how you are handling the bala. It could be a roadblock, or it can be a springboard. This will help you to make your soul. Like Ibrahim alayhi salam, the Quran says that Ibrahim he went through the bala and he passed the bala with success. Then he was qualified to be imam. Is that right? This is what the Quran says. The same thing is applicable on us. So that's why, Imam al-Hussein salawatullah alayhi, you see that, the bala was opportunity for him to bring his purpose to reality. He exercised sabr, even though he was surrounded by 30,000 troops of the Ibn Ziyad. He was alone. Is that right? He was alone. But as the Quran says about Prophet Ibrahim, Ibrahim was ummah. Ibrahim kan ummatan. How come he was ummah? He was only one person. Ummah is for the nation. Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says about Ibrahim, he was ummah? Why? Because according to the Quranic language, the ummah also is the imam. One of the meanings of the ummah is imam. Or we have maybe better interpretation, because he was the father of nations. He was able to create the nation, or a nation based on Tawheed. You see that for the Hajj ceremony, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered Ibrahim alayhi salam to announce the Hajj to people. And Ibrahim said, how I announce the Hajj to people? Nobody's in here. وَأَذِّن بِالنَّاسِ بِالْحَجِّ يَأْتُوكَ رِجَالًا وعلى كل ضامر يأتين من كل فج عميق. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Ibrahim, yeah, you just say the azan for Hajj and it is upon me to convey your azan to people. And you see thousands every year, millions of people, they go to the Hajj in response to azan of Ibrahim alayhi salam. That's why he was ummah. He was able to create the ummah. So this would be applicable on Imam al-Hussein salawatullahi alayhi. You see that many people, they are getting together, to remember Imam Hussein, not as a person. That's the problem, that we are so preoccupied to respect Imam Hussein alayhi salam as a person. But it was meant by instruction of Ahlul Bayt to commemorate Imam Hussein, not only to remember Hussein, to remember the cause of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, in order to make ourselves compatible with the cause of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, in order to make ourselves driven by the cause of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. But if we just, remember Hussein, cry over Imam Hussein alayhi salam, but we don't follow the manner of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, then we are not true followers of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. You see it, for example, look, Imam Hussein alayhi salam offered salat in a very dangerous situation in Ashura. So we are Shia people. We have to be very careful about the importance of salat. We have to respect the salat. It is not right that we come to the Majlis in crowd for Imam Hussein alayhi salam, but participation for Salatul Jama'ah is few people. First, we have to establish the salat. If we say that we are the followers of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, we have to pay respect to salat. We should not belittle the importance of salat. If we want to say, Ashhadu annaka qad aqamta as-salat, iqamatu as-salat, if we want to show that we are truly believe in this statement that, Ya Hussein, you established the salat, we Shia people, we should get together for salat. You see that the Islamic centers, most of Islamic centers from non-Shia people, the doors are open for salat. This is the reality. I go usually sometimes to the center in the campus in Yukon. Every time I go there, it is open. Open at the time of salat. You see at least some people, they come and offering salat. And we Shia people also should do the same. I mean, this is the important thing, that we have to pay attention to the importance of salat. We see Imam Hussein alayhi salam offering sacrifice. Some people actually offered their lives in order that Imam Hussein alayhi salam can do Salatul Jama'ah. And we are, mashallah rahman, here living in the safe environment, and we have to get together and establish the salat on the time of the salat, And yes, the Shia centers are open when the majalis are there. The majalis is we have majalis, then the centers would be open. But the time of salat, even we are doing majalis, when there is a salat time, we don't see the attendance for the salat as it is required according to Quran. The Quran says, فَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةِ إِنَّ الصَّلَاةَ كَانَتْ عَلَى الْمُؤْمِنِينَ كِتَابًا مَوْقُوتًا. Why? it is recommended to do the Salatul Jama'ah, because the Salatul Jama'ah will strengthen the spirit of brotherhood among the people. That's why the Quran says, إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ إِخْوَةً. How you can be ikhwa if you don't see each other for the salat? How you can strengthen the bond of brotherhood? How? أَبَى اللَّهَ يُجْرِي الْأُمُورَ إِلَّا بِأَسْبَابِهَا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will lead the things through the means. Okay. أَبَى اللَّهَ يُجْرِي الْأُمُورَ إِلَّا بِأَسْبَابِهَا. So brothers and sisters, we have to, as I said, we have to promote the cause of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. One of the causes of Imam Hussein was to establish the salat. وَأَشْهَدُ أَنَّكَ قَدْ أَقَمْتَ الصَّلَاةِ. Are we helping Imam Hussein alayhi salam to establish the salat? And this is the question we should contemplate with. And see Imam Ali ibn Hussein salawatullah alayhi, last night I was saying that he was doing salat. Every salat he was offering, his salat was salatul muwaddi', the farewell salat, as he was offering his last salat. And because he wanted to have constant connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as I said, also he was the example of morality, the morality of his father, the morality of his grandfather. He was representing the akhlaq of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. You see that one verse of Quran, it says that, وَجَزَاءُ سَيِّئَةٍ سَيِّئَةٌ مِثْلُهَا. If someone did wrong to you, yes, you can retaliate. وَلَكُمْ فِي الْقِصَاصِ حَيَاةٌ يَا أُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. This is what the Quran says. But the Quran says that فَمَنْ عَفَى وَأَصْلَحَ فَأَجْرُهُ عَلَى اللَّهِ إِنَّهُ لَا يُحِبُّ الظَّالِمِينَ. You have to forgive. You see that Prophet Muhammad, when he actually, in the battle of Uhud, he saw Hamza, this kuffar, they opened his heart. They took the organs of Hamza out of his body. And, even the wife of Abu Sufyan, she chewed upon the liver of Hamza, salawatullahi alayhi. And when Prophet saw this scene, he was so upset. Muslims, they were so upset. So they said, if we actually engage with these people in the next war, we are going to do to them the same thing. Then the verse of Quran was actually revealed. Well, if you want to punish equivalent to the evil actually was on you. But if you exercise patience, this would be better for you. فعاقبوا بمثل ما عوقبتم به لئن صبرتم وإن صبرتم لهو خير للصابرين. This is what the Quran says. And they said, Prophet said, we are going to do sabarna, nasbir. And you see that because of this sabr, when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam conquered Mecca, many people in Mecca used to persecute Prophet Muhammad. They were so scared that maybe Prophet is going to take revenge. Then they came to Prophet, and Prophet said, what do you think I'm going to do to you? He said, you are a generous person, akhun kareem. And Prophet said, I'm going to do to you as Yusuf alayhi salam did to you. لا تثريب عليكم اليوم. There is no blaming on you in this day. Tathrib in Arabic is coming. It means blaming. لا تثريب عليكم اليوم يغفر الله لكم وهو أرحم الراحمين. And because of this, forgiveness, people entered into Islam in crowd, as the Quran says, إِذَا جَاءَ نَصْرُ اللَّهِ وَالْفَتْحُ وَرَأَيْتَ النَّاسَ يَدْخُلُونَ فِي دِينِ اللَّهِ أَفْوَاجًا. And you see Ali ibn al-Hussein salawatullahi alayhi. You know that Marwan ibn Hakam was the Amavi person, is that right? When Imam Hussein alayhi salam was in Medina and Yazid sent the letter to his governor that you have to take bay'at from Imam Hussein or you have to kill him, he didn't go through with the order of Yazid. Marwan said, you have to kill Hussein because he didn't do bay'at. And when Imam Hussein alayhi salam got murdered, they sent the head of Imam Hussein to Mecca, to Medina, and this Marwan took the head of Hussein with his hands and he said, now we took revenge of Badr from you. We took the revenge of Uhud from you. And then he threw the head of Imam Hussein alayhi salam towards the grave of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And you know what happened? After the actual tragedy of Karbala, there was another tragedy at that time. The next year, it's called the event of Harrah. Harrah means that, the people of Medina, they said, we are not going to continue to have pledge for Yazid because he is not a good Muslim. He is a wicked person. He is evil man. So what happened? They tried to, hurt and expel the Amavi people in Medina, including Marwan. About 400 people from Bani Umayyah were living in Medina. Marwan came to Ali ibn al-Hussein alayhi salam. This Marwan who threw the head of Imam Hussein towards the grave of Rasulullah, and he asked protection from Ali ibn al-Hussein alayhi salam. And Ali ibn al-Hussein accepted to protect Marwan and Bani Umayyah and the family of Bani Marwan, even though they did this atrocity towards Ahlul Bayt salawatullahi alayhim ajma'in. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us to understand the cause of Imam Hussein alayhi salam and follow the cause of Imam Hussein salawatullahi alayhi. So this is a very important message or lesson we can take from Imam Hussein alayhi salam, that when you see something wrong, you cannot be silent. It was said that, we don't remember the bad words of our enemies, but we remember the silence of our friends. Because, this is the reality that if you are silent, you are in fact helping the one who is doing zulm, who is doing evil. So that's why the Quran says, لا تظلمون ولا تظلمون. It is very bad to do zulm, but also it is so bad to accept the zulm. You should not accept the zulm. You should stand up against the zulm, because if you don't stand up against the zulm, and few people will show up to support the justice, then they have to offer their lives as sacrifice to prove their point. So this is very important hadith. In the social issues, we cannot be indifferent. And there is a hadith from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It says that مثل المؤمنين في توادهم وتعاطفهم كمثل الجسد الواحد إذا اشتكى عضو منه تداعى له سائر الجسد بالسهر والحمى. The Islamic society would be like one body. You see the body, if there is some problem in some parts of body, the whole body will be in pain. You will have the fever. The whole body would have the fever. Is that right? And we have to not to be indifferent towards the actually what is happening to the interest of the society. That's why Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Kullukum ra' wa kullukum mas'ulun an ra'iyati." Everybody of you are shepherd, and everybody of you would be responsible for his herd. And in another hadith, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that the society is like the ship. You see that? When people they board the ship, you have business class, economic classes, right? When you pay more, you get better service in plane and in the ship too. In the past, they had two actually classes. One class was the bottom of the ship. The other class, the good class, was on the surface of the ship. So the people who were in the bottom of the ship, when they needed water, they had to come up to get the water, and it was hassle for them. Prophet said that some of these people say, look, why we should go to the first class of the ship? We can make a hole in the bottom of the ship, then we get the water. And Prophet said that if the passengers in the ship, they accept that these people, they do this, then they are endangering the life of all passengers in the ship. Everybody will die. So you cannot be indifferent. Don't say, oh, this is his place. He can do what he wants. You cannot do this. That's why, we cannot be indifferent towards the interests of society. And you see that Imam al-Hussein salawatullah alayhi said, I'm not going to accept the rulership of Yazid. Why? Because this person was spreading injustice in the society, and Imam alayhi salam was responsible to stop this. But they didn't support Imam Hussein alayhi salam. That's why he had to offer his life as sacrifice to prove his point. And you see that there is a hadith from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. It says that لَتَأْمُرَنَّ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَلَتَنْهَوُنَّ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ أَوْ لَيُسَلِّطَنَّ اللَّهُ عَلَيْكُمْ شِرَارُ قَوْمِكُمْ فيسومونكم سوء العذاب فيدعو خياركم فلا يستجاب لكم. You have to correct the situation. You have to stand against injustice. If you don't, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will let the unjust ruler to punish you. And this is what happened. They didn't support Imam Hussein alayhi salam. In the second year after the tragedy of Karbala, Yazid attacked, invaded Medina, and killed about 11,000 people. Thousands of ladies lost their honors because of the rape. Because Yazid said, you can do whatever you want to do. Then he took the bay'at from the people that they are slaves of Yazid. He can sell them. He used the branding. You see that in the Western movies, they do the branding for the cows. No, they did the branding for Muslimin, the necks. On the necks of people that they are slaves. They converted the masjid of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam as a staple for their horses for 3 days. And this is the punishment. Then there was another person by the name of Hajjaj. You see, Hajjaj ibn Yusuf al-Thaqafi, you see that? You see that people of Basra also did not support Imam Hussein. Only 3 people from Basra came to support Imam Hussein alayhi salam. What happened? Then Hajjaj came to them and he killed many of these people from Basra, that he made a tower from the heads of people. It's called Dairul Jamajim. Ma'rakat Dairul Jamajim. If you go through the history, you see that this fighting happened in the year of 83 after Hijrah. Then he came to people of Kufa. He actually made, he killed about 120,000 people. And he had a jail without roof in order to torture the prisoners, that they had to stay actually under the ray of sun for many hours. And the jail had the wall, so you see that the shadow would be there is the shade for the wall. They were trying to come to the shade of the wall, but some actually troops on the wall were shooting at them in order not to approach the wall and get some comfort from the shade. And one day they actually objected. They complained when he was passing actually the jail. They asked for clemency, for help, for the mercy. You know what he said to them? He recited this verse of Quran. قَالَ اخْسَئُوا فِيهَا وَلَا تُكَلِّمُوا. Remain there despised and don't talk. Don't talk. You see, this is the uqubah. This is the punishment. If you don't support the justice, then one day you would be also subject to injustice. This is the way of Allah. The Quran says, وَلَن تَجِدَ لِسُنَّةِ اللَّهِ تَحْوِيلًا وَلَن تَجِدَ لِسُنَّةِ اللَّهِ تَبْدِيلًا. Yes, they killed Imam Hussein alayhi salam, that they were not able to kill the cause of Imam al-Hussein salawatullahi alayhi. You see that when they finished with Hussein alayhi salam and his companions and his actually children and his brothers, they set fire in the tents of Ahlul Bayt salawatullahi alayhim ajma'in. And the ladies came out from the tents and they were so scared. And then they took the ladies into captivity and they wanted to move them towards Kufa. But Ahlul Bayt, the ladies said, let us to see our shuhada for the last time before leaving Karbala. يقول الراوي أخرجوا النساء من الخيمة وأشعلوا فيها النار فخرجنا حواسر حافيات باكيات. They were crying, they were screaming. وقلنا بحق الله إلا ما مررتم بنا على مصرع الحسين فلما نظرت النسوة إلى القتلى صحنا وضربنا وجوههن. When they noticed the carnage, when they noticed the bodies without heads, they screamed and they slapped their faces. صحنا وضربنا وجوههن. أما زينب لما وصلت إمام جسد الحسين. But Zainab, when she reached the body of Imam al-Hussein salawatullahi alayhi, she removed the stones and arrows and swords from the body of Hussein alayhi salam. Then she put her hands under her body and lifted the body and said, Allahumma taqabbal minna hadha al-qurban. Ya Allah, accept from us this sacrifice. Then she directed her face towards Medina and she addressed Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, Ya Muhammadan, صلى عليك مليك السماء هذا حسين بالعراء. This is Hussein on the plain of Karbala. مرمل بالدماء, drenched in his own blood. مقطع الأعضاء, dismembered. وبناتك سبايا, and your daughters are captive. ذريتك مقتلة. إلى الله المشتكى. My complaint is only to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. اليوم تجدي رسول الله. You know, this is the day of Ashura. This day, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam passed away. This day, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, this day would be dead. هذا اليوم تجدي رسول الله. Amma Sukaina, also the daughter of Imam al-Hussein salawatullah alayhi, she went towards the body of her father and she hugged the body of Hussein salawatullah alayhi. Then she passed out. And when actually they actually dragged Sukaina, some people from the army of Ibn Sa'd dragged Sukaina from the body of Hussein alayhi salam, she said that it seems that I heard my father saying these verses, Shi'ati mahma sharibtum adbaba'in fadhkuruni. My Shia, whenever you are drinking refreshing water, remember me. Shi'ati mahma sharibtum adba ma'in fadhkuruni. أو سمعتم بقتيل أو غريب فاندبوني. When you hear about someone who actually is martyred, who is lonely, also weep over me. أنا السبط الذي من غير جرم قتلوني. They killed me without any reason. وبجرد الخيل بعد القتل عمدا سحقوني. Then they snatched my body under the roof of the horses. ليتكم في يوم عاشوراء جميعا تنظروني. I wish you were present in Ashura to see me. كيف أستسقي لطفلي فأبوا يرحموني. صلى الله عليك يا أبا عبد الله. صلى الله عليك يا ابن رسول الله. يا ليتنا كنا معك فنفوز فوزا عظيما. اللهم بحق الحسين فارزقنا شفاعته، وبحق أمه فاطمة فاجعلنا من أصحاب ولده حجة ابن الحسن العسكري صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة، وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا. اللهم بحق محمد وآله الأطهار فاجعلنا من الذين كتبت عليهم الرحمة والمغفرة في هذه الليلة المباركة. One of the brothers here is present here. His sister passed away, and inshallah Rahman we recite Surah Al-Fatiha for her and for all mu'mineen and mu'minat. Her name was Shafiqa Ahmadi, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to rest her soul in peace, and inshallah to reward the brave, inshallah, patience and fortitude, inshallah Rahman. اللهم بلغ أرواح المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات. تابع بيننا وبينهم بالخيرات إنك مجيب الدعوات إنك على كل شيء قدير. اللهم بلغ أرواح جميعهم خصوصا أرواح موتى من حضر جمعنا. ثواب الفاتحة تسبقها الصلوات على محمد وآل محمد.
حسین یا حسین یا حسین. ہائے حسین پیاسے حسین، ہائے حسین پیاسے حسین، ہائے حسین پیاسے حسین. عشق میں جو غریبوں کا قافلہ پہنچا، اس نے دربار میں بلا بھیجا. بہن سے شیخ کی شہادت کا واقعہ پوچھا، تڑپ کے بنت علی نے یزید سے یہ کہا، زمین کی گود میں اسلام کا ستارہ ہے، زمین کی گود میں اسلام کا ستارہ ہے. میرے غریب کو لاکھوں نے مل کے مارا ہے. ہائے حسین پیاسے حسین، ہائے حسین پیاسے حسین، ہائے حسین پیاسے حسین، ہائے حسین پیاسے. کہا یزید سے زینب نے ستم آرا، غضب کیا تیرے لشکر نے روز عاشورا. میرے حسین کو جنگل میں گھیر کر مارا، علی کا کر دیا برباد گھر کا گھر سارا. جو بے کفن ہے ابھی تک نبی کا پیارا ہے، میرے غریب کو لاکھوں نے مل کے مارا ہے. ہائے حسین پیاسے حسین، ہائے حسین پیاسے حسین، ہائے حسین پیاسے حسین، ہائے حسین پیاسے حسین. سہاگ اجڑا کسی کا، کسی کی کوک جلی، کسی کا جل گیا دامن ردا کسی کی چھنی. کسی کے مانگ میں کربو بلا کی خاک پڑی، کسی کی آل ہے زندہ میں یا علی مددی. شخین سبت پیمبر کا سر اتارا ہے، شخین سبت پیمبر کا سر اتارا ہے. میرے غریب کو لاکھوں نے مل کے مارا ہے. ہائے حسین پیاسے حسین، ہائے حسین پیاسے حسین، ہائے حسین پیاسے حسین، آئے حسین پیاسے حسین کدھر گئے میرے عباس و قاسم و اکبر وہ میرے اون محمد وہ میرے نور نظر میں تجھے ڈھونڈ کہاں بے زبالی اصغر بتاؤ بی بی اور میں آج کس کس پر جہاں میں زینب دلگیر بے سہارا ہے جہاں میں زینب دلگیر بے سہارا ہے میرے حسین کو لاکھوں نے مل کے مارا ہے ہائے Allah.